class?
The progress. What?
Oh, don't you know what progress class is? Well, it's Miss K's class. Get down there in the week, you can't do songs, bring your own. If you're not back
And she's kept busy. They're all doing backward around here.
I know. Oh, I bet we're going, lads. It's going to be late. And there's Briggs.
Tara, girl, I'm down to go.
See you, lads.
And you! Don't move.
I beg your pardon.
Stay there.
Look, I've not got the time to...
No one crosses the road without the assistance of the lollipop man.
When was this arranged?
Don't talk to me about it. After that last trip of hers, I said no more. Absolutely no more. Look, complaints from the residents of Derbyshire.
Then how the hell she's arranged this then?
I was away at a conference and George approved it in my absence and he wasn't aware of any ban on remedial department outings.
It'll have to be cancelled.
If it is, she'll resign.
Good. The school will be better off without her.
You know, there's not many of her type about me now. By and large, I reckon she does a good job. She keeps them without the weight of little reading machines and plasticine, and it's just when she gets loose with them.
I'll have to go with them.
So how do we get there?
We're going on a coach. Look, there. You can get on now, everyone. Go on.
Whoa. Hold it right there. No one move.
But Miss said we could get on.
Oh, did she now?
Yes.
Well, this is not the driver of this bus. I am. And if I say you don't get on, you don't get on. This is my bus. I'm the boss of the bus. I've been driving it for 15 years. This is my bus. I'm the boss of the bus, so just pin back your ears. I'm the number one. I'm the driver man, and you kids don't get on till I say you can. This is my bus. I'm the boss of the bus, and as far as I'm concerned, this is my bus. I'm the boss of the bus, and the lesson I want learned. If you want to put one over on me, you're going to need a damn sight more than a GCE. Don't want no lemonade, no sweets, don't want no chewing gum, because the bleeding stuff gets stuck to the seats and respectable passengers' bums. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus, and I don't want no spew on the floor. Don't want no mess, don't want no fuss. So keep your dirty hands from off of my bus. This is my bus.
He's the boss of the bus.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of the bus.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of the bus.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of the bus, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now listen, everyone. Listen. We'll be setting off for Conway in a couple of minutes. Listen. Now we want everybody to enjoy themselves, so I don't want any silly squabbling or anybody doing anything harmful to either yourselves or to others. Aww. Listen. Now that's the only rule we're going to have today. Think of yourselves, but think of others as well.
Jackie, Riley, sit down. What you doing, boy? What you doing?
Sir, I haven't got a seat.
Well, find one, boy. Find one. You've got some real good sparks here, Mrs. Kay. A right bunch.
Well, I think we might just be able to manage now that you've come to help us.
The boss thought it might be a good idea if you had an extra member of staff. But looking at this lot, I'd say he was right. There's a few I could sling off right now. Linda! Stop that! Now just look at that.
What, sir?
What, can't you see? Those buildings. Don't you ever observe what's around you?
Only the dock, sir.
You don't get up buildings like that anymore. Just look at the work that must have gone into that.
So would you like to down here then, sir?
Yes, I'm often down here at weekends, taking photographs. Are you listening? There's a wealth of history that won't be here much longer.
My old fella used to work down here.
What did he think of it?
He hated it.
You tell him to take another look, and he might just appreciate it.
Sir, are you well yet? Sir, I need to go to the toilet.
Well, you should have thought of that before you got on the coach, shouldn't you?
I did, sir. I got a bit flattered.
Then a little control will help to strengthen it.
Sir? Sir, my wet myself.
Oh, shut up! For God's sake, just shut up! Oh, I said shut up! Sorry, Mrs. K.
I would like to go to the toilet myself.
Sir.
Yes?
Sir, I hope you know that over 600 people die per year of ruptured bladders.
Pull into the toilets up ahead, will you?
It's boring. It's bleeding boring. Another minute here and I'll be snoring. Look at those roads, miss. When are we going to stop? There's nothing to do. Only look at the view. And when you've seen one hill, you've seen the bleeding lot. God, it's boring. It's bleeding boring. It's boring. It's bleeding boring.
You know what Mrs. K's problem is? Don't you? Well, she thinks I can't see through all this woolly-minded liberalism. You know what I mean? I mean, she has her methods and I have mine. But this, setting herself up as champion of the non-academics, I mean, it might look like love and kindness, but it doesn't fool me. It doesn't do the kids a scrap of good either. I think you've got to risk being disliked if you're going to get anything done for them. Haven't they got enough freedom at home, eh? With their £5 pocket money and telly till all hours, video games and that, eh? I don't know about you. But to me, her philosophy's all over the place.
Actually, I don't think it's got anything to do with the formulated philosophy.
Well, what's the method she works to then? Go on, you tell me. You know better than I do.
Well, she, for one thing, she likes them.
Likes who?
Kids. She likes kids.
What has that got to do with it?
The principle behind this trip is that the kids should have a good day out.
And isn't that what I'm saying? But if the kids are going to have a good and stimulating day out, it's got to be better planned and executed than this.
Don't worry, I thought it would be a good idea if we pulled into the zoo for an hour.
But this trip was organised so we could visit Conway Castle.
We have plenty of time. We'll still do that. I know you're very fond of ruins. Now listen, progress class. As a treat, I've decided that we should pull into the zoo for an hour.
But look, if I go for a cup of tea with Mrs. K, can you people be trusted to act responsibly?
Yes.
In the answer?
Aren't they?
Yes. And it's such a great help having you here, because you know so much about this sort of thing.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but maybe when we're back at school I could go over to your department and show some slides I've got.
Would you? That would be lovely.
Well, I can sort out what free periods I have and we can organise it for them.
Ready to go when you are?
Are they all back?
It's amazing. We came around the corner and there they are, in a straight line, ready to get on the bus.
Wonders will never cease.
Learning at last, are we? All checked and present. On board then.
Hold it right here.
Hello? Have we forgotten something?
Are you supposed to be in charge of this lot?
Why? What's the matter?
Children. They're not bloody children. They're animals.
Excuse me. Would you mind controlling your language and telling me what's going on here?
Right. Where are they? Bloody well, what?
Now, this has gone on far enough. Would you... I trusted you lot, and this is how you repay me. I trusted you lot, and it's clear now that trust is something you know nothing about.
Sir, we only borrowed them.
Shut up, lad. Is it any wonder why people don't treat you normally? The moment we start to treat you like real people, you behave like animals. That man was right. You're animals. That's why you're treated like animals. Why you'll always be treated like animals. Animals.
Split into 4 groups, Mrs. Kay. Each member of staff will be responsible for 1 group. We shall take approximately 1 1/4 hours to tour the castle, and at 3:15 we shall reassemble at the coach. Right, my group, this way.
Although these walls are very thick, the place is 15 feet. 15 feet. Just think how cold it must have been with no real form of heat. Even in the summertime, it must have been quite cold.
I wonder how they managed, sir, to keep warm in days of old.
Tell us, sir. Go on. Tell us everything you know. We want to learn from you, sir. Yes, we do. We think you're really great, sir. Tell us everything you know. We'd be really brainy, sir, if all the teachers were like you.
Well, Dave, obviously. Wait, hang on. Where's everybody else gone? Where are the others?
Oh, they were dropping as you were talking. But you keep telling us, sir, we're dead interested.
Oh, God. Okay, where was I?
You were telling us how they used to keep warm in the olden days.
Well, oh my God. Obviously, they were much thicker clothing.
Even damsel in distress.
I expect they all had more sense than to walk around half-dressed.
We've seen this movie once, sir, where they had berets to keep each other warm in the olden days.
Alright, Linda, alright.
Sir, it's dead spooky here.
Don't be silly.
Sir, I'm frightened.
Don't do that, Linda. Okay, girls, stop being silly. Okay. There's nothing to be frightened of. There's no such thing as ghosts. Just look at this position. Gives us a clear view of the coast.
But we'd
Rather look at you, sir.
Yes, but girls, you're here to learn.
Ah, it touched me!
What did?
Oh, it did.
Okay, girls. Come on.
You look around at the castle. You haven't seen it yet.
Because I don't like it. It's horrible. I'd rather stay with you and look at the lake.
That's the sea.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Miss, I just thought of this great idea, miss. What if we had something like this castle around our way? The kids wouldn't get into trouble if they had somewhere like this to play.
Miss, we could have nothing like this round our way. We'd only wreck it.
No, we wouldn't.
We would. That's why we never have nothing nice round our way. And the corporation knows that. So why should they spend all their time and money when they give us something nice? But we don't.
Alright, so the headmaster asked you to come along, but can't you just relax a little? It's not like a day out to them is going to be of some great educational benefit to them. It's too late for them. Most of these kids were rejects the day they came into the world. We're not going to solve anything today, Mr. Briggs. Can't we just give them a good day out? At least we could try and do that.
It's a fine attitude, Mrs. Kay. A fine attitude for a member of the teaching profession.
But what's your alternative, eh? Pretending that they've got some sort of future ahead of them? Even if you cared for these kids, you couldn't help to make a better future for them. You won't educate them because nobody wants them educating.
Listen, Mrs. Kay.
No, you listen, Mr. Briggs. You listen and perhaps you'll stop fooling yourself. Teach them? Teach them what? Nobody will teach them because nobody knows what to do with them. 10 years ago, you could teach them to stand in a line, you could teach them to obey, to expect little more than a lousy factory job. But now they haven't even got that to aim for, Mr. Riggs. You won't teach them because you're in a job that's designed and funded to fail. Most of these kids were born for the factory, Father, but now the factories have closed down.
I suppose that's the sort of stuff you've been pumping into their minds.
And you'd really think they'd understand?
Look, I'm not going to spend any more time arguing with you. You may have organised this visit, but I was sent by the headmaster to supervise. So either you take these children in your charge, or I'll be forced to abandon this visit and order everyone home.
Well, that's your decision, but we're not going home. I'm not going to let you ruin the day for these kids.
Mrs. Kay, alright if I take some of the kids off for game of footy?
Yeah. Woo!
Miss, when do you have to go home?
Carol, we're here for at least another hour.
Yeah, but I don't want to go home. I want to stay here.
We have to go home in the end. It's just a special day.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. So why don't you stop worrying yourself and start enjoying yourself? You can go play football with the others.
Nah.
Fine. I've had enough.
Miss, we've got no goalie now.
Carol can go and goal. Where is she? Who? Carol Chandler. I thought she was with you.
Well, we haven't seen her for hours.
You mean you haven't seen her at all? We thought she was with you. Maybe he's seen her. Mr. Briggs! Mr. Briggs!
Is that it then? Are we going home?
Have you seen Carol Chandler in the last hour?
I thought I made it quite plain I was having nothing more to do with this outing.
Have you seen Carol Chandler?
No, I haven't.
Why does it have to be this way? Why can't it last for more than just a day? Sun in the sky, seagulls flying by. I think I'd like to stay if it could always be like this. Why does it have to be like this? I can't think of anything back home that I miss. I suppose there would be fuss if I was on the bus, but maybe it would be a bliss if it could always be like this.
Carol Chandler, just come in. Who gave you permission to come on these cliffs?
No one.
I'm talking to you, Miss Chandler.
But don't come near me.
Pardon?
I don't want you to come near me.
Well, in that case, just get yourself moving and go down to the beach.
You go, I'm not coming.
What?
Look, tell this case you can go home without me. I'm stopping here, Darcy.
I've had enough today, just about enough. And I'm not putting up with a pile of silliness from the likes of you. Come on.
Try and get me and I'll jump over.
Listen, you stupid girl. Get yourself over here this minute.
Look, I've told you I'm not coming with you.
I'll not tell you again. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm warning you. 5.
I've told you I'm not coming with you. I'll jump, you know.
Just what are you trying to do to me?
Sir, look, I'm not coming with you.
Stay here? How could you stay here, though? What would you do, eh? Where would you live?
I'll be alright.
I've told you. Stop being silly.
What you were afraid? You didn't care, do you? Do you?
Listen, if I didn't care, what would I be doing up here? Trying to stop you doing something stupid.
Because if I jumped over, you want to get in trouble and get back to school. That's what Briggs is going on. You hate me.
Don't be ridiculous. Just because I'm a school teacher, it doesn't mean...
Don't lie, you. I know you hate me. I've seen you pass on the street in your car. You hate all the kids.
What? Why do you say that?
Look, why can't I stay here where it's nice? Live in those nice white houses.
Look, Karen, you're talking as though you've given up on life. As if life for you is ending instead of just beginning. Now why can't... I mean, if that's what you want, what's to stop you working hard at school from now on? And getting a good job and moving out here when you're old enough, eh?
I know, but I'm not going back though.
Come on, Karen.
Sir, what'll happen to me for doing this?
Nothing, I promise.
So you promised never won't be back at school?
It won't even be mentioned. I promise.
I think we better playing football.
Well, look, he's fine there.
I'm going to make a bloody meal out of this.
She's safe, that's all that matters.
Better round them up. Be straight home now.
Carol, where were you?
On the cliff, miss.
On the cliff.
It's alright, Mrs. Kay, we've been through all that. Now, if you just let me deal with this. Alright, everybody back on the coach.
Oh, Carol, the worry you've caused.
Back to the school then.
It's a bit early, isn't it? Anyway, you can't go all the way to the seaside without paying a visit to the fair.
We're going to the fair. Sarah's taking us to the fair.
I'm playing cards right, Mrs. Kay, and I might just take you on a ride on the waltzer.
We're going.
Not like this at school. There must be something in the air that makes him play the
Alright, everybody off the coach.
That's the end of that one. See y'all. Take care. Better get off home to me wife. Out tomorrow morning. No idea where. It's a funny way of life.
Bye, Ron.
Bye. Thanks, Ron. We had a lovely day. Thanks, sir. It was a cracker, Mrs. Kay. Events we ever had. Even crazy not so bad. Never seen him act that way before. He must have had a lovely day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Oh, wasn't it a cracker? It was a great day. Come on.
I think that's the lot. Carol, are you going home? She'll be here soon. Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm for a drink.
I'll just stay open.
I'll second that. You gonna join us, Mr. Briggs?
Oh, well, actually, I've got some marking to do at home. Thanks anyway.
Well, if we can't twist your arm, thanks for the day. Car's over here.
Bye.
No one can take this time away. No matter what they do, no matter what they say. And we couldn't care a bit, cause it was brilliant, magic, fit. And although the picture fades, no one can take this time away.